today. From Seattle, Washington.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Seattle. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And Walker once more. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On first down, it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out. He's into space past the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 59 yards. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Watson. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score. Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Watson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Chubb on the counter. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. As they've got it as we resume action. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And Frank? Just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Sliding out of the pocket, going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Gino. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now it's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Touchdown! Kenneth Walker. A 12-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now a throw here, hauled in. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Draw play to Ford. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Watson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. That pass complete to Moore. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game, start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And the Seahawks.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun, here's Watson.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. They run with Ford. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The handoff to Ford up the middle.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Straight ahead, Walker. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Off of play action, here's Smith, rolling to his right, going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
2nd and 7.
Smith eluding the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 19-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 1st down, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Watson now to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Watson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll fake it. Now Smith.
That is incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Smith. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Smith now to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Ken Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead. Gino's going to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they get...
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And